It was one of those gray London afternoons where the rain didn't fall. It just hung in the air, a constant mist that clung to coats and windows. Inside the Green Elm Cafe, the scent of espresso and buttered toast softened the chill. The hum of conversation mixed with the hiss of the milk steamer, and for most people it was just another weekday. For Liam Turner, 23, it was just another shift he didn't want to be on. He moved between tables with the sort of brisk impatience that comes from working too long for too little. His apron was creased, his trainers scuffed, and though he smiled at customers, it was more habit than heart. At the counter, the barista Maya grinned. Maya, teasing. Another double shift? You'll start seeing coffee beans in your sleep. Liam, shrugging. At least they don't complain about the service. He smirked, wiping down a table as the doorbell jingled. An old man stepped inside, rain clinging to his long gray coat. His hat was slightly too big, his glasses fogged. He paused, scanning the cafe before quietly making his way to a table near the window. Table 7, the one no one liked because of the draft. Liam walked over, menu in hand. Liam, afternoon, sir. Eating in or takeaway? Old man, softly. Eating in, please. Thank you, lad. His voice was steady but tired, each word weighed down with years. Liam handed him the menu and turned to fetch napkins. When he came back, the man hadn't moved. He was tracing his finger along the prices as though memorizing them. Liam, trying to hurry him. Any idea what you'd like? Old man, gentle smile. The soup, please. And perhaps a roll, if that's all right. Liam, that'll be $7.50. The man nodded, reaching into his coat pocket and pulling out a small leather pouch. Then came the sound that made Liam wince, the clink of coins hitting the table. One by one, the man counted them carefully. 50 pence. A pound, another pound. His hands trembled slightly, but his focus was pure concentration. The cafe quieted. A woman at the next table glanced over, smirking at her friend. Liam gave a small laugh under his breath, more out of discomfort than cruelty. Liam, we, take card too, sir. Old man, without looking up. Oh, I know, but I like to see where it all goes. When he finally finished counting, he looked up with quiet satisfaction. Old man, there we are, £7.50 exactly. Liam took the money, his expression neutral but his eyes betraying impatience. Later, as he carried the steaming bowl of carrot and coriander soup to table 7, Maya leaned over. Maya, low voice. Poor guy, looks like he's barely scraping by. Liam, shrugs. Probably shouldn't be eating out then. Maya frowned but said nothing. Liam set the bowl down. Liam, here you go, sir. Soup of the day. Old man, warmly. You've been very kind. Liam forced a smile, muttered, enjoy, and walked off. The man ate slowly, savoring every spoonful. When Liam returned later, the bowl was spotless, the napkin neatly folded. On top sat a single-pound coin and a note written in careful script. Thank you for the meal. My late wife loved this place. I come every year on our anniversary. Liam stared at the note, unsure how to feel. For a moment, the laughter he'd shared with Maya tasted sour. But then another order called, and the moment passed. As he cleared the table, the old man approached again, holding the paper bag Liam had given him. Old man, sorry, lad. Could I get another roll to take home? My neighbor's not been well. Liam, flatly, sure. 1 second. He handed it over with a half-hearted smile. The old man thanked him again, slipped the bag into his pocket, and made his slow way to the door. Then, a sound of an engine outside. A black Mercedes glided to a stop. A driver in a dark suit jumped out, umbrella in hand, and hurried to open the back door. The old man stepped in. Maya's jaw dropped. Maya. Wait, is that his car? Liam, frowning. No way. But the driver shut the door, and the car eased away, its reflection trailing across the wet pavement like a ghost. The cafe fell silent for a long moment, every head turned toward the window. Liam stood frozen, the note still in his hand. The next day, the cafe felt quieter somehow. The staff whispered about the mysterious old man with the expensive car. Liam tried to brush it off, but the image stuck in his mind. The black Mercedes, the driver, the man's calm smile. By noon, the lunch crowd had begun to trickle in again. Liam worked as usual, but found himself watching the door, half expecting the old man to return. He didn't. On the third day, the bell over the door chimed again. It was the driver. He wore the same black suit, perfectly pressed. Rain dotted his shoulders. He approached the counter, removing his cap politely. Driver. Good afternoon. You must be Liam? Liam. Surprised. Yeah. Can I help you? Driver. You served Mr. Hargreaves a few days ago. Maya. Quietly. The old man. The driver nodded. He reached into his coat and pulled out an envelope. Driver. He asked me to deliver this. Liam frowned, taking it cautiously. On the front, written in delicate handwriting, to the young waiter at the Green Elm. Inside was a folded letter and something heavier, a check. Dear young man, you reminded me of myself once. Impatient, eager to move faster than the world allowed. My wife used to say, Edward, slow down or you'll miss the good parts. I wasn't always old, nor poor. I built this cafe 30 years ago from a small stall with nothing but a kettle and a dream. Sold it when my wife fell ill so we could travel one last time together. I come back here each year to remember her, to see if kindness still lives in the walls we built. I noticed you laughed, lad. It didn't hurt me. It reminded me that we all have lessons to learn. I hope this helps yours. With respect, Edward Hargreaves. Liam's fingers trembled as he turned to the check. £5,000, payable to the Green Elm Staff Fund. The cafe went silent. Maya's hand covered her mouth. Maya. He owned this place? Driver. From 1985 until 2015. Sold it before his wife passed. Said it was time to let new hands take over. Liam looked down at the signature. Edward Hargreaves. His stomach twisted with shame. Liam. I laughed at him. He knew it. Driver. He noticed, but he forgave. Said you had a good heart that just needs softening. Liam turned the envelope over, noticing something else. A small second note. Don't rush people, lad. You never know the journey that made them slow. The driver's voice softened. Driver. Mr. Hargreaves passed away last night. Peacefully. He wanted this delivered today. Liam's throat closed. The cafe noise faded until all he could hear was the rain against the window. Without speaking, he walked to table 7, the one by the window, the one the old man had chosen. He ran his fingers across the surface, now spotless and empty. The driver placed his hat back on, nodded once, and left. The bell chimed softly as he stepped out into the drizzle. The next morning, the Green Elm opened early. On table 7 sat a single teacup, the same kind the old man had used, and next to it his note, framed in glass. Customers came to see it, to sit where he had sat. Business grew, but the noise was softer, more respectful. Liam changed too. He greeted every customer with genuine warmth. When a young mother came in short on change, he waved it off. When a man in worn clothes hesitated over prices, Liam poured him tea on the house. Maya noticed. "Maya, you're different these days." Liam, "Guess I finally slowed down." Maya, "You think he'd be proud?" Liam, "I think he already was." As the day ended, Liam brewed a pot of tea, poured a cup, and carried it to table 7. Liam, softly, "Tea for table 7. On the house." He sat, across from the empty chair, watching the city outside, buses rumbling past, rain streaking the glass. For a moment he imagined the old man there again, smiling faintly, counting coins not because he had to, but because he wanted to. The bell over the door jingled. A delivery boy entered, holding a parcel. Boy, "Delivery for Mr. Hargreaves?" Liam, sad smile. "He's gone, mate, but you can leave it here." The label read, "From Rose Hospice, memorial plaque enclosed." Inside was a brass plaque engraved with, "In memory of Edward and Mary Hargreaves, founders of the Green Elm. Love never leaves, it just lingers quietly." Liam placed it above table 7. The cafe glowed warmly beneath it, the light like a promise. That night he looked back before locking up. The cup of tea still sat there, steam gone, but presence alive. A reminder that dignity isn't worn on sleeves or wallets, but carried quietly within. He stepped into the rainy street, walking slower than he ever had. Moral reflection. Never judge someone by what they carry in their hands. Their true worth is in what they carry in their heart.